Toilets are confusing, I get it. Like, I love turning up to a gig dressed like this, asking the duty manager where the toilets are, and then they clock me halfway through. Like, toilets, mate, yeah, they're through that door there, or through there, and then you either go along a long corridor or down some stairs, take a left, turn right, you'll see one of two doors. Based on how the symbols on that door makes you feel that's where you should do your business. That's too much! I think that's why gender-neutral toilets are quite good. I do think we've still got some way to go. I believe we do still need segregated toilets in this country. One gender-neutral toilet and one toilet for people who don't know how to sit down when they pee. Some sort of UV-lit wet room for those freaks. Let them just let the piss fall where it may. But otherwise, I think they're fine. And I don't get why, like, hack comedians hate them so much, taken to the airwaves to express their opprobrium at the gender-neutral toilet brigade. I thought hack comedians would love gender-neutral toilets. Haven't they always wanted to know what women are doing in there? Why do women spend so long in the toilets? Why do they always go to the toilets in twos? What are they doing in the toilets? Shopping! Sir, you may now go in and find out for yourself. Although I suspect the answer is spending as long as possible away from you. And they sit there po-faced on their podcast. Oh, you can't joke about anything anymore. Despite not having written a single new joke since Brexit. Saying, no, it's not that. It's not funny because what we're concerned about is men dressing up as women, going in there and committing assault. Let's be clear. That's a crime. It is horrible, it is inexcusable, it is unforgivable, it is a crime that men commit all the time, wherever they please, without feeling the need for elaborate disguises. I'm not trying to joke about assault, not trying to make light of women's safety, but if they care so much about guarding the women, why do they only talk about doing it in the Wagamama Loos? Never in the streets or their jobs or on the buses or in their homes. Not on the boats, not from the police, and never in the corridors of power. But when they're pissing and pooing in the prep, well, then society should take a stand. What's wrong? It's duplicitous. It is using violence against women to perpetuate further violence against women. We need to talk about women's safety in all areas of our society, including trans women. That's not what the culture wars are about. The culture wars are a grift. They're a political distraction, and the washed-up commentators and hack comedians who peddle it are useful idiots and tools of a hateful ideology who want to say to all trans and queer people, you are not welcome in public. You won't be granted basic dignity in public space. Stay at home. Keep it in the closet. It's one thing to come out, it's another thing to go outside. And, like, I'm not trying to Nanette my own special, but I just can't pretend it's not serious, because it is, you know? Like, of course you know. If you're here in this room or watching this, you probably already largely agree. Nobody who didn't made it past me making fun of the king. They're gone. We can say what we want. I'm not changing minds. What does it matter? Why not claim you got queered by a frog in a dream? It's not going to justify my existence any more or less in their eyes. They'll sort of look at me and say, I'm not listening to that. That's a man. That's just a man in a dress. And like, yeah, okay, yeah, that is all I've done. I've put on a dress, because that's all that's open to me. You have to do something. You've got to start somewhere. Because people tell me, oh, gender's internal. I am telling you now, you cannot come out as trans and then do nothing. You got to give them something. You got to grow your hair. You got to put on a statement fleece, fly a fabulous kite. You got to give them something to hold on to. Like, clothes aren't gendered, society genders them. If I put on a dress, go for a drink with my girlfriends, they're all like, oh my God, who is she? Here she comes, so brave, slay queen. But then I put on trousers, go for a pint with my mates, they're like, oh, you've stopped all that now, have you? All right, yeah, seems stressful, fair enough. Well, welcome back to being a straight man. Just to go over the ground rules, we don't discuss emotions and we take the round system way too seriously. Yes, pronouns don't change my biology, they change my social reality. Not that it matters. Everywhere I go, I still get misgendered. Excuse me, sir, can I see your ID? Sorry, mate, you can't go in there. Somebody stop that man. Good God, he's got a gun. Microaggressions all the time as I'm trying to rob the bank. Just trying to live my life. After a while, you realise, I don't need this. I don't need to argue with myself or anyone else about this. Especially not with a bunch of people who all worship J.K. Rowling. A person second most famous for pretending to be a man in order to invade the male-only space of modern crime fiction. I don't need you to be gender critical of me. Thank you. I have it covered.